Hey guys, welcome back to Sabers Forever. I'm John, and today we're going to be going over the Crimson Lord V2 by Denis Lukyanov with a master chassis by Goth3Designs. This saber can be purchased at thesaberarmory.com, the kit, or this one's actually available on the website. So without further ado, why don't we just jump right in and I'll show you exactly what's going on. Alright, so this is the Crimson Lord by Denis Lukyanov. It is available on thesaberarmory.com, and you can get these kits. You can get it as an Eco CC, or a Master Chassis. This one just so happens to be a Master Chassis that I got for the ready-to-ship section of the store. So if you are interested in this, it is available on my website, www.sabersforever.com. This has been chemically aged. I used aluminum black and various methods of scuffing up the surface to make sure that it looked weathered and in universe. It originally comes with, like, the shroud has a stone wash finish, and this is actually just left with all of the bare machining marks, which is, it just takes you right out of it. So I made sure to go over this with a fine-tooth comb, and the chassis got the exact same treatment. Now, this is a little bit of a snug fit. It's not terribly tight, but it doesn't just dump out. So you have to take your palms and hit them together. Whoop, I just hit my drawer. This thing is very big. But once you get it to here, you can basically just pull it right out. No problem. And the chassis is 3D printed in black nylon and brass. All the parts are brass. And they've been either altered with a silver polish rub and buff / a chemical silver buff. So it kind of gets a mix of both on these sections here, which gives it a nice patina, and then brass black on all of the brass, which also gets a nice Scotch Brite finish. So all these parts came out real nice. I'm super happy with the way that this looks, and Goth3Design modeled all of these parts. They're printed by Shapeways, and since this is a double-sided saber, this is obviously 2 of everything. So not only do you have 2 batteries, but you have, literally double everything. So double soundboards and connectors and everything. So I'll just go over one side. The bottom has there's a bigger, fatter end to this. It's kind of like an arrow. So whenever you put this into the saber, it always goes thin side first, and the fat side's always on the bottom. And that is because the switches are here, and there's a track system that lines up with the switches. So these guys right here are your actual actuators. And you have switches on both sides. So if you're looking at the if you're looking at the battery side with the larger cutout window for the crystal, your power is going to be flipped to the right.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
And the left side is going to be your auxiliary.
At last we will have revenge.
And the right side will be your switch. Now, soundboard side, obviously it switches over, but the track system's identical on both sides, and the buttons work across from each other. So it really doesn't matter which way you put it in. It only goes 2 ways. But either way, it will work. The benefit is, if you like to remember that your switches are above the claw, then maybe that helps you to remember which ones are power and which ones are auxiliary. But yeah, there are basically 2 switches on both sides, and this side will be activation for both sabers, and then this side will be auxiliary for both sabers. So the buttons on either side control one soundboard, if that makes sense. I'll turn this on. I'll show you.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi.
So power on this side, and now power on this side. And blasters. And so basically that really just is super easy to remember that if you find the auxiliary on one side, it's the exact opposite button above or below it. So with these sound covers now, the chassis covers, they are held on magnetically. And just a quick overview of the parts are we have a stock custom works V3 neopixel connector blade. NeoPixel blade connector V3. We have two 18650s, two high amp kill switches, two 28mm bass speakers, real quartz crystals, four tactile switches, two Proffieboards. There are 10 accent neopixels. Actually, no, that's not true. There's 8. No, there's 10. Yeah. So 10 pixels across the entire saber that are all accents. So that's the crystals and then on top of the actual soundboards. Sorry, my math is slow today. So basically with this on now, you can just slide this bad boy in. I like to usually put it in with the opening for the larger soundboard to the left. And that puts the power on top. That's how I remember where power is all the time. It's opposite of the claw. So now you can see it turns on. And this thing is really loud. The interesting thing is that the speaker orientation for each side is different. So this speaker is facing this way, and this speaker is facing this way. So there you can literally hear a difference. And you could argue that it sounds quieter. It's just because the way that the speaker is moving the air is not as effective. So this has a better seal, obviously, and this one could use a better seal. Not that that's something that can be repaired. It's just the orientation of the speaker. So that was obviously done because of the construction of the hilt and how everything had to fit. So this is the V2. The V1 is a little bit bigger in every way, and the sound was way quieter. The venting was not as nice as this. So in person, it's very noticeable when it's on. Now, something that's really cool is this can play music, but Brian Connor has been doing all of the voice menus to be characters, and so this one is Darth Maul. Oh, I'm sorry, I have to do it this way.
Enter volume menu.
Enter volume menu.
Maximum volume. Minimum volume. Maximum volume. Exit volume menu. Red, orange, red, dark orange, orange, gold, yellow, green, aquamarine, cyan, deep sky blue, dodger blue, deep sky blue, revert.
So, the menus also sound like Darth Maul. So this saber is really jammed packed with a lot of features, and I love how easy it is to just take in and out, turn off and on. Honestly, you don't need tools to get inside, which is really nice. I'm just going to turn this off real quick to finish the demo. But essentially, these just get switched to the left. That turns everything off. This can go back in, and it's ready for display. But something I did want to say is that the blade retention screws, the locations are not so obvious. So this bottom one down here, one of these 3 screws is the blade retention screw. There is no immediate tell as to which one it is, but you would take your Allen wrench, stick it in one of these, back it out, try this. If it doesn't come out, it's not that one. But 2 of them are short, they will not reach the blade, and then 1 of them is a little long and also has a little room behind this black sleeve to actually move in farther to grab the blade should it be a little small or smaller than the blade holder. And then this side, directly opposite of the claw, is the blade retention screw right down here, which is a little low for my liking. It could have been cool if it was up here, but for assembly purposes, couldn't put it up here. But yeah, that basically covers this whole hilt. And yeah, why don't we just wrap it up here? Alright guys, that does it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe to see more awesome builds just like this guy here. This was a real privilege to build, and I am definitely sorry to see it go, but this should go to a home that they can properly display it, because I got not really that much room, and this is kind of big. So somebody should love this, because I would love it if it was mine. Anyways, that being said, if you would like to find this, you can find it on my website at sabersforever.com in the ready to ship section. This is ready to ship, does not come with blades or charger or anything, so you kind of need those things, but batteries and chassis and all that, the Saber will be shipped in the box that it came in. Some mild assembly on the claw and this section here, but there is a pamphlet that I will be sending with it on how to do just that. It's very easy and straightforward, and once it's together, it's together. So also, if you can't find what you're looking for on my website, or you would like to find more information about programming or anything at all really, just you can email me at john@sabersforever.com. Right there. And if there's any way that I can help you, just let me know, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you have. So until the next time, guys, may the force be with you. And yeah, thanks for checking out all this stuff. Also, oh, that's what I was forgetting. There's a Black Friday sale coming, so don't miss it. This will be part of the sale. So if you hold out, it's first come, first serve, but maybe this could be yours for a good deal. So check it out on Black Friday until Cyber Monday. So again, may the force be with you.